In the original Final Fantasy VII, you can almost argue that Professor Hojo is the biggest villain of the story. It is he who accelerates the Jenova gene splicing research at Shinra that produces Sephiroth. It is he who is responsible for the death of Aerith's parents, and he is the one who brutally experiments on Cloud and Zack, breaking Cloud's traumatized mind even further than it already was. And of course, he is Sephiroth's father, actively working to provide Sephiroth with clone bodies to control. He is, in many ways, the person whose actions most directly set the plot and the horrors of the game in motion. But that's giving Hojo too much credit, really, because what he truly is a parasite, and in this, he is like Shinra, like Jenova, and even like how Sephiroth turns out in the end. A selfish bottom feeder whose only real strength lies in taking from others. He rises to the rank of top scientist by murdering Dr. Gast and stealing his research and his child, and throughout the game, all of Hojo's scientific brilliance amounts primarily to making monsters and brainwashing people. All he really does is brutalize other people's bodies for his own benefit. As a design, then, he is your stereotypical scientist guy, dressed in a simple lab coat, collar, shirt, and slacks, entirely unremarkable in his costume. His design focuses its details on his head, especially that enormous sloping eyebrow ridge he has, which squeezes his expression down and rises to a receding hairline where his long hair is kept unmanaged and unkempt, giving a real impression of a greasy lack of personal hygiene. Emphasizing a big forehead is, of course, the world's most classic visual trope for the genius character, but that trope is twisted a bit here by distorting the eyebrow ridge instead of the forehead, and that gives him a look, in the concept art anyway, like a clay figure that got badly squeezed by its maker, a parody of the kind of brilliant scientist he imagines himself to be. The low-poly 3D models of the original game unfortunately mostly render this as just a classic egghead scientist with a big forehead, so that part of the concept art gets lost, unfortunately, but regardless, Hojo remains the very picture of a slimy, unpleasant, amoral, self-obsessed scumbag. The sort of guy who thinks a STEM degree exempts him from ethics. The sort of guy who would put rational free thinker in his social media bio. The sort of guy who really cares about Reddit karma and who replies to everything Elon Musk posts on Twitter.